And there we go. Hopefully I'm live, you can hear me. I've got coffee, I've got art, and I have you. Welcome to, as the title says, What the Art Tuesday. Figure I might call Tuesdays that. We'll see how you guys feel about it, but it is What the Art Tuesday, and what that means is very specifically, I'm just going to work on whatever the heck I want. That's just the way it's going to be. On Thursdays, I'm streaming at the same time, but that's a more structured stream in that I'm working on a very particular project. And in this case, the project is the ABCs of Adventure, which kind of forces me to be accountable and move forward. I'll admit I'm not working on these pieces when I'm not streaming. So an hour or two here is better than no time whatsoever. And it'll help me move these projects a little bit more forward. I'm going to be making some changes to me in that I think I'm going to start walking around with my sketchbook and pencil more. I usually just leave it here in the office and I sketch when I'm here in the office, but I think I need to have it with me at all times like a good little artist. I am seeing that I am dropping frames left, right, and center, so I'm a bit choppy. For those of you who are not watching this after the effect, I'm sorry. But yeah. So let's get into it. No need for a long introduction today. I have decided with the holiday coming up, Samhain or Halloween or the day before the Feast of All Saints, depending on who you are, I thought I would work on a sugar skull. I had drawn one several years ago. And I liked it. It was okay. It was all done by hand. I was like, yeah. But it's out of whack. It's way out of whack. But it was fun to do. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it into the computer, clean it up, center it, make it symmetrical a little bit more, and have some fun with it as a sugar skull. And we'll see where it goes from there. I may end up drawing a dragon instead. I don't know. It's What the Art Tuesday, so let's see what happens. I'm going to go over to the live action. And I have Photoshop already open over here. I'm going to import in the original piece. So let's see, File, let's import. Yes, that's the one I want to use. Let's see if it's awake. May or may not be. We'll see. It's thinking about it. Let me just go over there and jiggle the handle. Oh, yep, let me go jiggle the handle there. Didn't like it. No, not complete. Let me go jiggle the handle real quick. Dirk. The scanner had fallen asleep and was not happy with me, so let's try that again. Import. Start. Why, yes. Let's try you. Let's see if it actually works this time. It wouldn't surprise me if it didn't. And if so, then I'll find something else to do. But I really kind of wanted to work on it. Let me double check some settings here. It's always something. Alrighty. Well, I don't know what the problem is. It is saying it's all ready to go, which is weird. So let's try this one more time. I double checked that it was on Wi-Fi. I don't need to create a subfolder. So let's start. This is the one we want. Let's make sure it's there. Let's look at the properties. Welcome to the life of a digital artist. It's always something breaking. At least when you're sketching, the only thing that breaks is your pencil. Scanner isn't available. I just poked the scanner. It is clearly on. It is on Wi-Fi. It is happy, quote unquote. So let's shut down this program. Let's go to live action here. I'm going to close Photoshop because Photoshop was opened before the scanner was ready, and that might have something to do with it. So we'll go and do our due diligence and run through the different processes. Have some coffee. And if you want to help me upgrade my equipment and software and just support me directly, you can buy me at coffee.com/chainreaction. The link is going to be coming up here somewhere in this sticker tape. Hello, Twitch. How are you doing today? I can't see who's on unless you reach out and say hello. All right, Photoshop is back. Let's see if it works this time. If nothing else, you'll get a giggle to watch me fail at doing something I'm supposed to be quote-unquote a professional at, right? All right, let's try this again. That's the one we want. Is it going to be a real pain in the butt with me today? I have scanned this piece in before. So with that in mind, let's look for it. I'm going to go to the live action here. Photoshop is not going to be any good for me at the time. So I'm going to scan in the background looking for that piece of art to see if I can find it, because I'd scanned it a long time ago. I thought this would just be easier to scan it in now, but clearly the answer to that is no. So we're going to see if we can find it. I know I'd scanned it a very long time ago and put it on Facebook, but I am not going to go on to Facebook to go looking for it. I am, however, going to see if it has shown up in other places. So let's look real quick, and if not, then I'll just do something else because it's What the Art Tuesday. I got 2 hours to fill, right? We'll figure it out. I like doing art with you guys, so it doesn't matter what I'm doing. I just get to do something. Let's see if it's under characters real quick here. Where's my characters? There we go. Let's see if it made it in here. I doubt it. It's an older piece, so it may or may not have made it into the appropriate folders because I've since restructured my folders. My file structure is completely different than what it once was. Hang on, what was that? Nope. So let's go to the root of this whole problem. We're going to look in one more place. I have way too many folders for my own good. I will say that much right now. And we're going to go to pictures and see if there's a scanned art folder in pictures. I doubt it. Yeah. I don't know where that particular picture got from, so we're going to try one more time. And if that doesn't work, then I'm going to find something else to work on. So give me a minute. Going to jiggle the handle over here again. Make sure this thing is awake. All right, so scanner's okay. Let's try this. Do this. Make it happy. Put it up. Because if this doesn't want to scan, life is going to get entertaining for me. All right. One more time. Don't you just love hearing the ethereal voice with no one? For those of you who join in going, why am I looking at a background and a mic? Boom. No. It's because technology has decided to not play nice with me today. And that, for me, is kind of par for the course on this channel. This has worked every other time. The one time I didn't really check it, this happened. So it looks like it's already going to spit blood on me. Alrighty. I do not know what is going on. And the fix, unfortunately, I think would stop the stream. So 10 minutes in, we already had our first hick-em-up. So I am going to go and find something else to work on. Yeah, that's really kind of disappointing. But it is what it is. Let's see what I can find that would be interesting. Well, there is a project or two laying around that I think would do well. It's not a sugar skull, unfortunately, but I think it's something that needs to be probably worked on. That will be Cthulhu. All right. I don't know what I'm doing with this piece, and it's horrible. People seem to like it. We're gonna come over here to the live action. We are going to import, oops, we need a layer to import onto. Insert layer. We are going to import, where is it? Hello. Right? Oh, file import, duh. To stage, and Cat Cthulhu is right there. Meet Cthulhu. Cthulhu's been around for a little while, but Cthulhu is a horrible, sketchy mess. Needs love. So I guess today it's going to get the love. 2014. That's how long ago I sketched this piece. Didn't think much of it at the time. There's some people who really like this piece. I have some people who don't. That's all right. All right, Cthulhu. There you are. That is going to be my reference layer. Not what I expected to work on today, but this is what the Art Tuesday. Stuff happens and goes sideways. This will be my ref. And where to start? Well, I think let's start with a line down the center. Kind of help me figure some stuff out. Line down the center. Let's play around with this. And this is just to give me a reference point. Oh boy, this is a sketchy mess. I mean, it reads okay, but it is a sketchy mess. All right. There's some things I like, there's some things I don't like. I think what we're going to do is we're going to use this line to work on bits of this piece because there isn't enough symmetry, but you know, art doesn't have to be about symmetry. I'm going to call this my guide. We'll lock this bad boy down, and I'm going to put everything underneath this. So let's go with a green, and let's figure this bad boy out. Boy, he is a mess. Well, let us start here. And see what kind of love we can give this nose. Because this is a kitty nose. Because this is Cthulhu. Alrighty, I'm again at a loss where to begin with this bad boy. We'll see what we come up with. Well, it seems to me this character is in the eyes. And this is not my typical eye. So let's see if we can capture some of that sinister cat-likeness in here. And again, I may decide this is not what I want to work on and come up with something else. But for now, we're going to stick with Cthulhu here. See what he has in store for me. This is a very messy sketch. I'm not real happy with it. But I always like to start with the eyes. Since we have a half-closed eyelid, I'm going to put the pupils underneath as opposed to on top of the eyes. Okay, I always spell it with an A, I don't know why. We're going to make this quiet there. How's everyone doing out there? I know this is probably a lot of you are going to be watching this after the fact, but go ahead and chime in when you reach this point of the video. I would love to hear feedback from you guys. All right. Play around with this. Cthulhu. Yes, yes. He says, my plan is coming to fruition. Evil Cthulhu. I think we're getting somewhere. Put another line in here. Yeah, nothing's really working for me today. It is really fighting me. Yep. There we go. All right. I say. Well, let's take this real fast. Oh, yes, that's going to have its own layer because noses have their own layers. Get rid of that. Let's go back up here to the top above the eyes, insert a layer. We're going to call it nose. Paste and place the nose, and we'll make the nose blue just so we know it's different. And we're going to start the whole process now. We're going to go and copy all of this on its various layers. We're going to put it over there. we're going to modify, transform, flip, and then because the nose knows, let's see how this works out. Well, the nose is much bigger than I thought it would be at this scale. We don't want it completely symmetrical, but we want it a little better than that. Let's bring this in, bring this down. Modify, transform, horizontal flip, because that's what we do. I have my, yep, everything's on, just not acting like it. All right. Let's do this then. There we go. All righty. Stare at him for a moment. Hey, Tim, what's going on? Long time no see, my friend. How are you doing out there? We are working on Cthulhu. It's an old sketch, very old sketch, and it's horrible. I mean, the original is like this big. It's not very big at all. So that's why all the lines are heavy and janky and stuff. So I'm like, let's see if I can do something with this bad guy. So it looks like we have some eyes, some expression. I just don't know where we're going with this bad boy. I'm gonna grab the eyes. I'm gonna make them blue as well. Just see if I can get a better feel for what we're working on here. Nope, that didn't help. All right. I think the problem is that I've got layers going on with the eyes and I'm just not able to see what we're gonna work on. So let's flesh out some of the rest of this. I'm still not feeling this guy. I think this is one of the reasons I have not done him over the years. Just not feeling this dude. But who knows? Maybe he'll surprise me. How have you been, Tim? I've not heard from you in forever. All right. Well, we have a head, which is what we're going to call this. Makes me feel a little better about what's going on here. And I'm not going to worry about cheeks because the cheeks are made up of the tentacles. So we're going to probably do an ear next. I like this ear, although I don't like how close it is to my center line because I do want to get that fin in there. But I'm starting to feel better about this guy. Just putting in that circle just makes me feel that much more better about where this project is going. So let's keep this moving. I never know where these things are going to take me. Welcome to What the Art Tuesday, where absolutely nothing goes right. It's part of the expectation. We have no idea what we're working on. Even the artist has no clue what's being worked on. And we'll just roll with it. It's like I have things laying around, and apparently the universe has decided, let's just bring this in like this, that this is what I'm working on. I wanted to kind of have a Halloween theme. This does qualify. Get a snippet in there. I'm not going to cut it just yet. Let's see how I feel about this. Well, it's very bat-like, which is what I want. So let's take all of these. I'm going to do a different color just so that I can copy them. So let's make this, let's make it purple. And let's grab this bad boy and drag it over here. And let's do the modify, transform, horizontal. No hotkey. I really need to figure that out. I use it way too much. I want a little more symmetry in this guy, so that's why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it. But he gets to keep his ear over here. There we go. And then we're going to grab everybody, so we're going to leave the pupils alone, but we're going to go eyes, nose. No, we want the guide left around. We want the nose. Okay, everything. Let's see what we've got. Now let's make this a cohesive, I don't know, red, so you guys can see a little bit better. Nope, let's not do red. Let's do, I guess, blue. Blue is the one that really shows up the best, in my opinion. Let's get in here and kind of look at this head. Look at that head. Look what you've done. All right. All right. Not really feeling it, but I'm feeling it better than I was. I think it's really important on at least this part of the tentacles on either side. These are mirrored so that we have those jowls from a kitty cat. The nice fluffy jowls. And I think once I get that shape started, because I can make the tips different, and I kind of get the muzzle here started on this guy. Maybe. I'm emphasizing maybe. Let's remove the reference. All right. Kind of bat-like, kind of kitty-like. All right. I might move the nose a little bit. All right. Speaking of which, let's grab that nose. No, that is not the nose. This is the nose. Okay, let's do this. Let's clean up some of this line work here. No. We want a little. We're gonna go. And then there we go. So a little of that. Nose still not making me. I'm not getting any joy out of this nose. Doesn't need a big nose. Let's turn our snaps off here real quick. This needs a little. There we go. That's better. More kitty nose. Now I have a friend who draws all kinds of wonderful animals, Emily. And she's probably screaming at the screen right now, going, "No, that's not how you draw it." So I'm trying to channel you, Emily. I really am. There, that's a little cuter. Now let's bring back the reference, because I do want to get the muzzle in here. There is no real muzzle because it's being covered by tentacles. But I do kind of want to get at least a small reference to a muzzle, and I think I need more of it than what I'm showing. So let's go back to the nose, and let's bring in a circle, and we're gonna try our darndest to get a little bit of a kitty muzzle going on here. or at least what I'm calling a kitty muzzle. You guys are like, cats don't have muzzles. Yes, they do. That's where all the whiskers come from. And I want a little more of that in this piece because it's just cool. And it gives me something to work from. All right. We all know that that's not going to stay there, but that's my reference for now. All right. So I'm going to work on this piece right here and mirror it over here. I think that's one of the feelings of this piece, is that the cheek line is lost on this side. And then once I do that, I'm just going to not worry about symmetry. We're just going to work on the head. Just going to see where the head takes us right now. And I'm not going to worry too much about symmetry after this. So let's go back down to the head, which is where all these back tentacles are going to reside. And then we have the front tentacles, which are going to be part of the nose and the muzzle. And then whatever silliness comes up from there. But I like this line right here. And so we are going to get purple going, just because people like purple. I know a couple. And we're going to put... Oh, I need to put my snaps back on. I did turn those off, didn't I? Okay, we're going to see if this is going to be enough. It may not be. I love working with vectors, but sometimes they argue with you. See, I like this kind of Garfielian, is that a name? Feel to his cheek. And we're going to smooth that out. Okay. And I think I'm going to snap it just below the ear. That's not exactly where it needs to go. That's kind of where it needs to be. Gives a nice reference. Then we are going to copy this, and then I'm just going to start drawing tentacles for the back here, and I don't care where they end up or look like. Modify, transform, horizontal, go. It sounds like Power Rangers. Thunderbirds are go. All right, let's hide the reference. There. That feels more cat-like to me. Having those cheeks symmetrical on both sides. It's not a true cat. It's got bat ears, and it's not going to be fuzzy by any stretch of the imagination. But this is more where I want it to be. So let's bring the reference back up. I really like this tentacle. Not sure where it's going. And we're going to have tentacles in front of it. So I'm going to go ahead and draw it out. All the way. Let's bring that right there. I think I'm going to make that a little more squishy. Needs more squish. So that means rounding my corners. Not coming to complete points, but rounding them out because, you know, tentacles. There we go. So here is this one, although I do need to get these lines in here. So let's kind of do that. I know it's behind the head. So let's draw it all the way out here. Just so it's there. There we go. There's our first tentacle. These are the ones attached to the head. Then we're going to have the ones attached to that muzzle. And then we're going to have some that are behind the head. And I think that's the direction that this piece needs. Now I have this one. This one's kind of nice. It's echoing what I'm doing here already. So you know what? Let's play with this real quick. see if I can get, okay, I'm going to cut some of this, so this is where the symmetry is going to start to go away. And I may regret this, but I don't want it to be 100% symmetrical. I want to keep those cheeks in there. I think that's what was missing, is this didn't read very well before. All right, and this is part of the head, so this is going to make my life difficult. All right, let's put this in here. We're going to exaggerate. Again, more squish. So that means rounded corners, and then this. Trying to snake it in there a little bit. Yeah, that'll work. Just so it's in here. If I don't like it, I will take it out. All right. Let's do this. Get rid of this points. Some of the points I want, some of them I don't. Come here, doink, not what I wanted. There we go. I'm going to do this. I'm going to indent this one just a little bit. I'm going to raise this one up. Get rid of the squish. Do I want that across? See, that's what caused the problem in my head. So we're going to put this behind. Do another little wrinkle there. Let's take this whole thing, massage it just a little bit. All right, now let's get rid of the ref. And I want to see how. See, I'm not sure that's working as well for me. I think what I don't like is this back curved line here and this. So let's get rid of this. Let's go ahead and get a copy of this just for a little bit of symmetry and see if I like it. No, because now it's not very tentacle-y. I think I do need a line through here. Gonna play around with it here. I'm not overly happy with this yet. It's a start. I'm not overly happy with it, but it is a start. These are all on the, okay, these are all on the nose for some reason. Yeah. I'm gonna put the foible. Actually, that's a good thing to find. Good. good. Get those off. Let's put these on the head. Paste in place and make them blue. That is where we're going to start. Playing around with this just a little bit. Just to see if I can find something I like in this. I just don't like how elbowy that is. So making this crap up as I go along. As long as I get this line right here, that's really what I'm after. Just trying to keep that line right there. Doesn't really matter where this line goes from there then. Let's keep this. We will figure that out as we go. So now we have no symmetry now. We are in undiscovered country. All right, let's bring the reference back in. Just make sure I'm not too far off the plot, because I do have these muzzle ones, and I think I'm going to echo this line here over here, even though I'm going to do the tentacles a little bit different. I'm probably going to mirror this one and do different things with it, but I think that will help keep some of my balance that I'm looking for. So let's go close off the head. Let's come up here to the nose. Let's go ahead and work with a different color. Just use green for now. And this seems like this is going to be a simple curve. I don't think I need to compound it too much. There we go. Now off the muzzle. Now that's going to cross my line, I think. Do that, and I can't mirror it, which I'm okay with, but instead of this one going in the same direction, I want to mirror it a little bit. So we will draw that in a minute. Yes, we're going to get rid of that point. I'm just going to do it like this though. Want to keep the tentacles squeaky. We'll see how this works out. There we go. All right. So I already know that I want to echo this line right here over here. That's going to go over the top of some of this, and that's perfectly fine. It's going over the top of this one here too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these elements, drag them over here, and do that whole modify transform thing. And let's put them there. Yeah, that'll be good. So let me slide these over here for now. I'm going to capture this design here. Try to keep the squeeze. All right. I'm going to move that. We are going to go ahead and modify and flip that because we kind of want this going on. Trying to decide what lines I want prominent. Let's hide our reference. Let's look at it. Because I have the tentacle coming down the center as well. So let's get rid of this. It still looks like a kerfuffle, but it looks better to me. I'm trying to keep the essence of the original, but work out some of the kinks. So for example, actually, you know what, that could be just fine. And then we have the main tentacle, which comes down through here, which I may or may not put in. We'll see. I do need to add this little guy back here and this little guy back here. And then we will have most of Cthulhu figured out. You guys like this? Is this something that interests you? Let me know. I'm going to take a moment here. Over here to the big screen. Have a swig of coffee. And if you do want to directly support me, it's coming up right here. You can now support me directly. Amazing, almost like I wrote it. At buymeacoffee.com/chain reaction. Everything helps with keeping the lights on, the equipment. Also, in addition to all of this, liking, following, spreading the word to your friends, hitting the little bell notification so you know when I'm going live on Facebook and YouTube and things like that. Help the channel out, and it doesn't cost you guys anything. It just helps spread the word and moves us further along. Meanwhile, coffee. Probably gonna need more of that today. How's everyone doing out there? Doing okay? All right, back to whatever it is I'm doing over here. All right, so seems like I've got a little tentacle coming in here, so we should balance out there. Well, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's Cthulhu. He can have as many tentacles as he bloody well wants. So these are our cheek ones. Well, I think that's the problem I'm having with the head. Should have the background in there, huh? Is I think this line right here is too tight. That's the issue I'm having with this. Unlock the head. Let's bring that all back up. Yeah, that'll echo the other line a little bit better. And smooth this out just a little bit. There we go. I think that's what was kind of bothering me. Oh. That's the problem with. So I do a little linear in there. There we go. There we are. A little fatter. Feels a little more like it belongs. I was having issues with that. And of course, you're only going to see this line here and this line here because these are in the front. So let's create a piece called Chin. I'm not sold that I really want this one in here. It's this center hanging down piece. And it's behind the head, which is where some of these others are going to be anyway. So let's get out our, let's use orange on this one. Not really concerned. So let's see this one. Let's have it come down like that because you don't see 90% of it, so it doesn't really matter. It's a little, a little following, and then swoop in like that. Oops. Swoop in like that. Oh, why are we doing this on the nose? Hello. Delete. Lock everything but chin. Paste it back in place. Now we can play around with it. And up here doesn't matter if I get it squishy or not because no one's going to really see that. Squeeze. And then we're going to go here. There. Woo! And let's make this a little thicker. There we are. Let's bring bring this out just a little bit more. Actually, let's put that all back. Put it back. There we go. All right, and then I'm going to put a cap on this because otherwise it won't fill. Just so it hides it back here. So that's a single tentacle. And I guess while we're back here on these single tentacles, let's go ahead and bring in a couple of these guys. See how this works out. Cthulhu. At least people who wanted to see Cthulhu for a while. Some people thought Cthulhu would make a great video game character. I don't know about that. But he's definitely a fun character. So let's actually smooth this whole thing out. I don't like how it feels. Well, that's the problem right there. I didn't bring this out. Here we go. And it put a point on it anyway. I'll fix that. Ooh. Made it a little smaller too. Just do it overall. There we go. Just a little. Just a little bit. A little bit more. All right, and then we will, on that same layer, we're gonna build this guy. Because we can. And I'm going to overdraw them like I always do because in case I need to move things around, tweak and push stuff, I want to be able to have the extra material to work with. There we go. And then this one's going to, and then see a little curve in there, and let's bring a little bend into there. Yeah. We're gonna look. Not the character I thought I was going to start my day with. Ooh. Sorry about that, bud. Apparently you are now part of this. I want that to be independent though. But for today, let's make the red so I can separate this piece out. Just needs to be moved a little bit so I can manipulate it independently of that center piece there. Alrighty. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put the fourth ones back here. So I'm going to mirror this one at some point. And we have the center. So we have 6, 7, 8, 9. Sounds like a Cthulian, especially if you take in the tail. It's 10. So now we're going to go even further back. Create a layer called behind the head, which is just going to be these two little guys to start with. We'll see how we get from there. Alrighty, let's pick another color. Let's just do, let's go with the purple again. And sorry, can't use that. But we can do this. Here. There we go. A little bit. So let's copy this guy over here. I hope you guys are having fun enjoying this. I enjoy doing art with you guys. Stick that there. Let's get rid of our reference. Let's take a look at the mess of lines that are making up this character. Holy snockeronis. What do you guys think? It's hard to read right now, I know, but all right, let's go File. Save As before it crashes and does something stupid. Cthulhu. There, forever preserved. For whatever reason. Great googly moogly. What have we done? All right, well, let's unhide all, or unlock all but the background. Let's lock that. And we don't need the guide to be seen right now. Let's grab all this. What in the world is that? There's a circle out here. It can go away. Anything else? Oh, we also want to hide the mask. There we go. Nope. Mask. Stop it. There we go. There we are. Let's make this all one easy to look at color, except for maybe the pupils. Let's make those red again. And then I'm just going to throw in some basic white color. See what happens. I know some of these are not going to read very well at first. All right. So let's get rid of the background. Let's see who needs what. So the head won't close. Yeah, there's an opening that it doesn't like. So let's start with the nose. The nose. So this is not going to close because. So we're going to get an obnoxious red. And just draw some lines to close this off a little bit. Just so I can do this. And then we're going to, the eyes are going to be fine. And then the pupils, going to be fine. Oops. Pupils. We do need the area behind the pupils, but we'll work on that in a second. Okay, let's hide everything but the head now. The head is way open. So let's just draw a line here for the moment. Actually, we can draw in a line. Here. Get my Garfield-ian, yep, fill going on there. And I'm just using white right now to just kind of break the character down into components. So let's unhide, unhide, unhide. All right, and then we have the chin, all that. Ooh. And then those guys. All right. Starting to get there. Oh, hey, Lori. Able to get on. Yay. Just seeing you, not the other. I did it again. Here's where we are with Cthulhu. Thank you. I did it again. It has to happen at least once a stream, right? Thank you very much. We're working on Cthulhu, yes. No, it's fine. It's on me. All right, so what I need to do. Yeah, I tried to scan in the sugar skull I drew a long time ago, and my scanner said nope. So we're doing this, and we'll see how this comes out. Oops, that is not what I wanted. Let's lock all this down. Let's work on the eyes just a little bit. Little more in there. Now what I'm going to do with the eyes, the pupils themselves, is I am going to do a couple of things. We're going to hide everything but the eyes, and I'm going to use this obnoxious pink here to make something. Put this in first, and we're going to get rid of it. And then we're going to go behind the pupils. We're going to paste that in place, and this will be the white for behind the eyes. So. Sure, cornea. I'm sure that's not how it's spelled, but there it is. Now for the pupils themselves, it's going to get a little more complex. We're going to insert a layer in here, and I'm going to name it mask, just so I know what it is when I look at it. Ooh, that is a weird K. Let's not do that. There we go. And then I'm going to lay down these purples, and then I'm going to. Oh, I can't have a mask inside a mask. Ooh, because I'm using this mask up here. All right, so you know what that means. All of this work now becomes its own brush. So we're going to copy all of this. We're going to copy these frames and then leave them alone for the moment. And I'm going to go and say, whoops, that's not what I want. Cancel. I need to do a Control F8. Cthulhu. And then I'm going to paste all these frames so that we have all of that information. Apparently I also brought in the background, which we don't need. So it's going away. We don't need that. And I don't need the reference in here. All right. Then we're going to come out here to the main show. And we are going to get rid of everything but the background. And we're going to add in a layer called Art. And then with that, we are going to drag Cthulhu back into place. Oh, hang on. Zook, zook, zook. I need to undo some stuff. There is one thing I did need. I do kind of want the reference still here where I laid it. So we're going to unselect it. Whoops. Boy, this thing doesn't work the way I want it to. And now we're going to get rid of all of that. Then we're going to put in Art. because I kind of want Cthulhu to be where I left it. So now, there we go. Oops. Wait. This program is going to be the death of me one of these days, I swear. Okay, close enough for government work. All right, so now, background's in there, I can hide that. And now I can go in here and do the thing I want to do with the eyes. It's always something. Okay, so the cornea is fine, the pupils are fine. We need to make this a mask, and now it hides the rest of the circles. And yeah, I can play around with manipulating them, but right now we're just kind of drawing our base character right now. So far, so good. So let's unlock everybody. Let's go ahead and hide this guide, which I may or may not need anymore. And then we have this guy who's under the chin. Now I can start manipulating some of this stuff. A little more balance. And let's take this guy. Okay, that's on there. It's under there. That's interesting. So let's hide everything but the chin and the head. I need this one to be on top. So, interesting. Let's go ahead and go, whoops, onto the head. So I need a line in there so that I can fill. There we go. And then I can play around with that as need be. Now let's unhide everybody. Okay, that's not going to cause any issues. Sweet. All right. Trying to work out that symmetry. Yep, I think that's going to work right there. Okay. Just me being fussy. All right. I don't think we need this guide anymore, at least for the moment. Hide it. And here is Cthulhu's head. Ooh. It's got that evil smile going on with these two tentacle lines. I like this. Oh yeah. That's kind of what he needed. He needed a little bit of that. It's the details, I swear. Ta-da! Right? It's the details sometimes. Alrighty. Well, this is not what I thought I was working on today, but here we are, and it is getting interesting. Of course, now we have to do the rest of them, right? We have to do the body and the tail. Oh, that tail. The problem I have with the original drawing is, one, it was too small for what I was trying to do, and boy, was it just out of whack. So I have to pick and choose the pieces I like, and if I was to do that again, I think I would do this body, maybe these toes. We'll see. Maybe this side. I don't know, left or right, which looks better? It's just gonna be a big circle. Kind of leaning towards the right. I like the toes and everything on the feet on the right. I might bring them down as low as the left. Yeah, the whole thing is skewed. I think it's the way I was drawing it at the time. But I'm kind of glad we're getting Cthulhu in here. Still got a few things like the fin in the middle of the forehead. Hi, let's just beat up the microphone so everyone can hear that. All right, I'm going to the big screen again. Remind me to go to the art. That's okay. Only 2 of you saw it. Yes. Need to get me a live stream editor so they can control the big screen and all that fun stuff. It has to happen at least once, right? But if you want to support me directly, you can always buy me a cup of coffee. Look, you can now support me directly at buymeacoffee.com/chainreaction. Who knew? I'm not panhandling or anything here, but every little bit helps. You like the right as well? I kind of like the right as well too. Post a note. Which screens are up? Right there. So we're going back to the live action. Haha, remember this time. We are going to start working on the body now. Keeping the line for symmetry just so I have a reference, but we are going to hide everything. And we are going to add a layer called body. Amazing that. And let's start with this tummy. And we're going to do that by just putting a circle down for the moment. Let's get the guide back in. It's locked. Whoops. And we're going to put in a tum-tum circle. Just kind of get me a place to start. There we go. Just a little place to start. Alrighty. And to that end, oops. Although that would be probably a good way to do that. I'm going to do this to this to this at the moment. These lines, smooth them out a little bit. All right. Then let's take a note from here. Get rid of that. All righty. Kind of work with all of this. Zinc, zinc. And then this one's going to come in. Swoop. Oh, that's part of that. That's why that wasn't a good idea. Okay. With a swoop. There we go. I really do need post-it notes on. Hey, stupid, which screen's on? And then we'll add zinc, zinc, zinc. Not so much. There we go. A little more point here. And then we'll just add the heel back here. And then we will take that out there. Yeah. Ta-da. Bring in a couple of folds. Now, does he or does he not need claws? It's Cthulhu. I'm sure he does. But I never drew him with claws, clearly. Alrighty. So let's bring that a little tighter. Because it's me. Go a lovely bit of coconuts. And then I think I'm going to do the paws in front as a separate layer. So we're going to hide my guide, which leaves me with this guy. I'm going to grab the body, drag it over here, do the modify transform horizontal because I can. And then doink, doink, doink. So that'll be our back feet. See, I raised this one up. I might bring the whole thing down just a little bit, but right now I think I'm digging this. Then we're going to do front feet as a separate layer, I think. So we're going to go ahead and lock the body. And again, we're going to go with the right one. I'm kind of liking the shape of these better. So let's bring the center line back. And we're going to do this all in blue. And don't need it that high, but I am going to go fairly high with this line. Okay, and we're going to hide that guideline just so I have that. And leave that line there for a moment. Get in here. It's all about tracing. I don't draw anything, I just trace stuff. Just happens to be the stuff I have. And we're going to go. This main toe is going to set the tone. Excuse me. It's going to set the tone. this one. Now I can bring this line down. Whoa, that's not what I want. I want you to curve. Yeah, that's what I get for being so close in. Let's turn my snaps off because it's going to mess with me for a little bit until I get this right. Actually, the whole thing can just go away as this could be there. Nope, let's start that over. Put that back. Don't be afraid to start stuff over, by the way, if you're watching me. I screw up constantly. And so I am constantly, whoa, fixing things. There we go. That feels better. Let's hide body layer real quick because it's giving me fits with this toe. You know what? Let's cheat a little bit here. I already have a toe drawn. And it's, oops, it's kind of the right angle. Just needs to be smaller to fit in. There we go. That works. So I'm going to take, oh, I need a cap. And go ahead and do that. Whoops. Do this. Flip it. And now we're going to play with it just a little bit. No, I can be like that, that's fine. Right there. And let's go ahead and give it some white. Let's bring out the body, give it some white. Ooh. The body's locked. Ah, I was gonna say, dang, there's a hole in the body, but there isn't. Oop, I missed the toesies. There we go. Toe, toe. And let's unhide all. Oh man, we got something going on here. I am going to have to work with these legs a little bit. Want them down a little bit more. We're going to go and make them just a hair bigger. Whoops, that is not what I had in mind. Okay, 1, center. 2, just a hair bigger. Okay, let's this line, this line. Actually, let's just remove this for a second. Let's bring these lines up. A little more, probably where the shoulders should be. I'm going to go ahead and put another line in. Fill these again. Let's go ahead and add a roundness to it. Let's remove this line and hide all. He's getting there. You know, I may be too clever for my own good. Let's leave that alone. Just leave that alone because I do kind of want the front feet to be down just a little bit so we can see them, kind of the shoulder line right there, which is what I'm after. I'm after that shoulder line. We are going to now hide all but these, and I'm going to add a little detail. Well, I'm probably the only one who'll know it's there besides you guys, but I'm adding it anyway. How about that? No, don't like that at all. Let's just get rid of that. All right. There we go. Oh, good grief. All we've got left is the tail. Can you make the front legs more meaty? Yes. Just kind of working on them. Staggered them a little bit too. Tail time. Woo. Again, I say woo. So it does center the piece with the bit over his head like that. So that's nicely centered. It gives me a nice. Of course, now I've got the tail coming to one side. It's a little bit light on this side over here. But I think we can work with that. All right. We're going to hide everything. There's the original sketch. Look how, yeah. We're going to insert a layer. I call it tail. Beep. Whip out the pen here. And move some stuff around. So you're going to see me probably moving some things. All right. I'm going to use Y, which is my kind of an ink tool, I think. Let's see. Sort of. It'll get me into the ballpark. How's that? Let's take this. All right, now that we're in the general area, let's play around with the lines themselves. There we go. There's that. Just put a cap on the end of this. Let's get in here and look at some of these details. Remember, going for the squeeze. Actually, we don't want those connected. We want these connected. Let's bring this back to there. Let's connect you. Actually, no, oops, put you back. Because we are wanting to do the squeeze. Squishy, squishy. There we go. That's what we want. Squishy, squishy, squishy. Yeah. And we'll just throw in some circles for the moment. Whoa, I didn't want white. Go away. Let's turn that snap off so I get the angle I want. Not the angle it wants to give me. That'll do for now. Let's put some white in here. We may end up thinning this up a little bit, but let's just see how it looks for now. Let's get rid of the guide. We don't need it anymore. Let's unlock everybody, give it a nice cohesive color. Oop, I said unlock everybody. Thank you. And for the moment, let's grab all the outlining pieces. You'll see what I'm doing here in a second. Grab everything. See. Circle layer. Paste in place. Let's make this 10. There we go. Get some line weight. And hide the reference. Bring up the background. And with a lot of tweaking, because I think the tail's too heavy. Ladies and gentlemen, Cthulhu. Looking a wee bit more sinister than I remember him. Of course, we gotta get in here, do some stuff. Going to yeah, he's been a long time coming, huh? Ooh, holy snockers, let's not do that. Super sinister, super genius, Wile E. Coyote, super genius. I like the sound of that. Let's get some circles in here. Super genius. I wish I were, but I'm not. Yeah, I think that tail is just way too thick. That's first things first. I also think this layer here is way too thick. That's at a 10. I'm going to redo the whole tail, so we're going to take that down for now. Let's address this. Just, I think out here at the end, it's too thick and it's not thick enough in the center. Down here at the tip. So let's also hide. Well, I guess we can't do much about that. This needs to thicken more out here. And this, as much as I love that angle, this needs to thin. So it's more tail-esque. There we go. And we can unhide all. It feels better. Throw this back in here. Oh, gotta remember to turn these things back on after I turn them off. They're kind of important. There we go. Just the little details. God, he is sinister. Good God, what have I done? Well, I know a few people are going to be happy about him. Oops. Let's give him this background. There we go. Let's try that again. Let's give him his outline again. Maybe not as heavy. Oops. What was that about? And let's drop this back here. Paste in place. Let's just go with 6, which is kind of 6 to 8 is my normal. Yeah, it looks good. All right. Without color. Cthulhu. Of course, there's details I need to put in there, but I don't know if I'm going to do that through coloring or if I want to go ahead and do that here, or if I want to let you guys do it by leaving it black and white and letting this be a coloring page for you guys. There's a thought. But here is Cthulhu. I'm going to do some tweaks to the ears. always about tweaking, right? So I want the ears. And it's just going to be a minor change. I'm just going to... Oh! Let's fix that. And let's hide that for now, just to make it easier to spot what I'm doing. Small details make all the difference. All right. What do you guys think? Ooh, I need to put that clip in that piece right there. So let's take, oops. Let's take that out. Let's grab these guys. Oops. C. Come down here to this. Paste in place. Make 6. Boom. Except it didn't do what I want. Oh, because I didn't get rid of that. Okay. Oh, good. You think he looks good? Well, he's, like I said, he's been sitting around for a while. He looks better. I'm happier with him. I'm not 100% happy with this piece, but I'm happier. I think doing him up in the greens, the colors of Baby Cthulhu style, will help a great deal with this piece. I mean, he exists. Let's save him. Now he exists. He was in danger before. Now he exists. All right. Hey, we're 1 hour, 50 minutes. We've got 10 minutes left in the stream. And I managed to pull off Cthulhu, which was not what I was planning on drawing today. So we had a bit of a hick-em-up. Let's put a dark gray on that nose. That nose needs another color. Just to add to the sinisterness of it all. Where's the nose? Unlock the nose. That is not the color I chose. Yeah, it could be a little bit lighter. I said a little bit lighter. Is that the same color I keep picking? I think it is. There we go. Oh, not what I wanted. We're going to put whiskers on this guy. Because, you know, Cthulhu. In fact, let's give it its own little layer just so we can play around with it without worrying too much. We're just going to go about here. Oh, not the size I want. I might do those 2s, but for now, that's why I'm doing this on another layer. Great. How about doing what I asked you to do, computer? Thank you. That would be uncomputer-like. Make sure they're not in the way of anything. And just so I get the sizes correct, we're just going to copy these. Transform horizontal. There is no other. And those work out fairly well. All right. So, yeah, last minute little detail. Cthulhu needs a home. Let's make him a little bit bigger. Coming to an apocalypse near you. My little kitty, my little kitty. All right, not where I thought I was going today. I was going to do a sugar skull. I ended up with Cthulhu. He looks better than the original sketch, thank goodness, because I would have really been upset if he didn't come out any better. A little more symmetrical, a little more balanced. Better line work. It's not great line work. Thank you. I did. I had fun doing this. I always have fun doing this, especially, you know, just kind of hanging out and doing stuff. So today was What the Art Tuesday. Thursday will be more structured. We're going to work on the ABCs of adventure. Seem to not be able to get at those during the week, so it's really nice that I'm able to work on those on Thursdays and get in there and do that. I'm really happy that we've got a digital version of Cthulhu coming to a t-shirt near you. I don't know. Who'd want that on their t-shirt, really? Maybe on their coffee mug. We'll come up with something clever. Don't make me turn you over to my master. Wait, I am the master. But here we are, coming up on the top of the hour 2. If you guys enjoyed this, please reach out in the comments. Let me know. For those of you who are watching it after the stream, let me know what you think. Let me know if this is the kind of content that you want to see. I'm probably going to futz around with him a little bit more. We may do a What the Tuesday where we color him. I see he's going to require a lot of layers. I'm probably going to borrow from Baby Cthulhu coloring, but just because I like the colors on that, and I think it'll work for this piece. Might make him a little more brown, but I like the idea of some blues, maybe some purples in him for some subtle shadowing. But here he is, Cthulhu in all his glory. Holy crap. Came out better than I thought it was going to. I'm pleased. I'm very pleased. I'm genuinely pleased with this piece. There are, of course, issues with it, but you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm going to turn everything black and white, including the eyes, and I'm going to post this on my personal page as a coloring page for the deck. I'm going to put up a couple. Picture pages, time to get your picture pages, time to get your crayons and your pencils, trademark. But for now, thank you guys for hanging out with me this far. If you made it this far into the video, I'm so grateful. We're going to do this again on Thursday. We're going to continue doing this on Tuesdays as well. If you like what you saw, please reach out and say hi. Follow, like, hit notification bells, run out into the streets, tell your neighbors, whatever. If you know somebody who would enjoy this, share this with them. Just share the chain reaction page on Facebook with them. Thank you very much. I will be back on Thursday, and right now I need you all to know that you are extremely loved, and you are deserving of that love. Not just from me, but from those around you. We go through life in these shells feeling alone, and we're not. You're surrounded by family and friends who love us. The trick is let them love you. This world is hard enough as it is. So there's no need to beat yourself up. The world has got a way of doing that for you. So let those who are around you pick up the pieces, put you back together, love and adore you, glue you together with kisses and tears, and do the same for them. because they're going to need it. So until Thursday, this has been Vectors and Pixels number 42, Life, the Universe, and Everything. I almost went a whole string without saying it. Thank you, Douglas Adams, for all your work. In the meantime, I love you guys. I'll see you on Thursday. Take care.